Good Friday morning. President Trump now eyeing a new push for peace.
This time between Russia and Ukraine. It's October 17th. This is Today. High stakes. President Trump set to host Ukraine's leader at the White House just one day after a surprise phone call with Russia's Vladimir Putin. Trump now saying a second summit with him is in the works.
We want to get peace. We want to stop the killing.
This morning, the new hope bolstered by the ceasefire in the Middle East that an end to Russia's war could also be within reach. A live report from the White House. Indicted, former National Security Advisor John Bolton facing 18 counts of mishandling classified information. The third Trump critic to be charged in a month. Overnight, Bolton speaking out, denying wrongdoing, and saying he's just the latest target of a weaponized Justice Department. We'll have the very latest. Emergency evacuations, military planes being used to airlift people from remote villages in Alaska, decimated by a catastrophic storm.
This is traumatic. Folks are coming in here with just clothes on their back in some cases.
We'll take you inside the dramatic rescues as one of the largest operations of its kind plays out this morning. On the rise, robocalls and spam texts now soaring to a 6-year high.
I literally get about 30 calls a day.
This morning, the growing annoyance felt by millions all across the country. The new ways that scammers are getting through and what you should never do when you receive them to protect your private information. Guitar Hero. Tributes pouring in for Kiss legend Ace Frehley, who helped revolutionize rock with his trademark style and makeup. We'll celebrate his life and legacy. All that plus, look out, eye injuries on the rise as the popularity of pickleball soars. Straight ahead, what you need to know before taking the court. And Battle of the Ages.
Flacco lofts one. Chase makes this catch. Rodgers has time, throws, caught.
A wild Thursday night duel between the Steelers and Bengals featuring quarterbacks in their 40s. Cincinnati pulling off a huge upset in the final seconds.
Snap good, hold good, kick good.
The highlights from the game being called the Icy Hot Bowl to kick off another big week in the NFL. Today, Friday, October 17th, 2025.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin, live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
Good morning and welcome to Today on this Friday morning. Glad you're with us. I'm Sheinelle Jones alongside Willie, Geist, in for Savannah and Craig this morning.
You know, I'm watching that football game last night, Sheinelle, watching 40-year-old and 41-year-old quarterbacks go at it, thinking, I still have a few good years left in me.
There's still a chance for
I'm going to have to put on the old high school football pads and get out there. What a great game. The old guys showing they can still do it.
We're rooting for them. We'll have more on that coming up in just a bit. But first, we want to get to the major developments happening today on several stories. NBC News has learned former National Security Advisor and Trump critic John Bolton is expected to surrender to authorities this morning after being accused of mishandling classified information.
We're also watching the White House, where later today President Trump will meet with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, just hours after he announced another summit with Russia's Vladimir Putin over the war in Ukraine.
There has also been a major shakeup at the Pentagon. The admiral overseeing those strikes on alleged drug boats near Venezuela now saying he is retiring after just 1 year on the job. We have it all covered, starting with NBC's chief White House correspondent, Peter Alexander. Peter, good morning.
Sheinelle, good morning. President Trump says great progress was made in that call with Vladimir Putin. Of course, time is going to test that. Their meeting will take place in Budapest, Hungary. The president says no date set, but just days after President Trump secured that historic but fragile ceasefire in the Middle East, President Zelensky now says that he hopes that deal will provide new momentum for a possible end of the fighting with Russia.
Right. Still ahead, we're going to dive into New Music Friday. We've got that coming up on Popstar, including some very personal news that was hidden in Charlie Puth's latest music video.
Plus, we'll take you to the next stop on our Friday Morning Lights tour, a remarkable high school in Maryland where the football team is led by a very special coach. We're fired up and ready to go. Love these. But first, your local news.
It is 8 o'clock on Today. Coming up, high stakes. President Trump set to host Ukraine's leader at the White House just one day after a surprise phone call with Russia's Vladimir Putin. Trump now saying a second summit with him is in the works.
We want to get peace. We want to stop the killing.
This morning, the new hope bolstered by the ceasefire deal in the Middle East into Russia's war could also be within reach. A live report from the White House. Then, remembering Ace Frehley. We're looking back at the life and legacy of the Kiss lead guitarist, whose makeup and music changed rock and roll. The tributes pouring in this morning. And life and longevity, a story all women need to hear.
Women who undergo menopause later tend to live longer, and we think if we can extend this ovarian function, they'll be healthier.
The surprising new keys to living longer from two female innovators working to change the way we think about health and aging. All that plus all the hits on New Music Friday.
There's been some changes.
Ina Garten heads back to the kitchen.
Who wouldn't like that?
And we're catching up with the cast of Nobody Wants This.
They've made the choice to be together, but, you know, now what?
How are they going to do it?
Ahead of the new season, everyone is asking for. Today, Friday, October 17th, 2025.
It's my Sweet 16! Good morning to our kids, Brandon and Nicole.
We love you.
Celebrating 40 years of marriage. Visiting from Huntsville, Texas. Richland, Washington. Lovely Colorado. Yes, Minnesota. Kennybunk, Maine. And Salem, Oregon.
It's whatever you like.
Celebrating our retirement. Little Rock, Arkansas. It's Keisha's 50th birthday.
My favorite part of the show. Welcome back to Today. Thank you for joining us on this Friday morning. We have Willie and I today in for Savannah and Craig.
It's been a busy morning already on that Plaza. We've had a proposal. Who knows what's going to happen in this hour?
A lot of folks out there today. Well, we have a busy hour ahead for you and big stars coming your way all next week.
How about this list? Adam Brody, Ethan Hawke, Brie Larson, Chris Bell, Jacob Elordi, Ben Stiller, and yes, John Bon Jovi. We'll be sitting down with all of them next week on Today.
Looking forward to it. But right now, let's get to your news at 8. We begin with the latest on the push for peace between Ukraine and Russia. President Trump hosting President Zelensky at the White House today, just one day after announcing a new summit with Vladimir Putin. NBC's Peter Alexander is in Washington with the very latest. Peter, good morning. We're still talking about your food.
I said put this in the Strumble.
Like a buffalo Strumble. That's a great idea, actually.
Coming up in the third hour, the best books to enjoy this fall, whether you're in the mood for something cozy or scary.
And Jen is with Matt Rogers. But first, your local news and weather.
Bye-bye.
Let's get in there.